Hey, thanks for checking in with us about how this whole thing of the therapeutic separation process really works. So, just real briefly, the idea that came to me quite a while ago when I first started in mediation, because couples were doing, these trial separations, and these trial separations often just led people to divorce. There wasn't no clear focus of intention. It was just like, let's just separate to get the heat off. But there wasn't a plan of how to intentionally try to reconcile. So that's the whole thing of what therapeutic separation kind of is about. Is it's to separate to reconcile. It seems odd, doesn't it, Brian? But that's really what we're trying to do. And we begin by really focusing on your goal of what do you want in your marriage? What does that look like? What does that 10 marriage look like? 10 out of 10, that kind of concept, right? And trying to map that out and all the things along the way. So, Brian, what are kind of some pieces along the way that we need to worry about when we deal with
Well,
these?
I think sometimes couples come to us and say, how on earth is separating going to help my marriage?
Right.
And a lot of times that's so toxic in the relationship itself that there's nothing but gasoline happening and fire in the relationship. And so what we help do is get them separated for a season very intentionally. So like when we help you separate, we'll say, how long is this going to last? What's going to happen with the kids? What's going to happen with finances? Those are really big questions. Want to define those really specifically. And then also, what's one or two things the partner can work on in their individual therapy that might help you believe that the needle is moving in your relationship? Because everybody has those things. Now, we don't mean that the therapist they're working with is only going to focus on that one or two things, but we do want there to be some goal that the therapist has to work with alongside of whatever else is coming up in that personal therapy. And so we work with that, and we check in for that benchmark time with them, and it's what the couple wants. If the couple wants to check in, at 1 month or at 3 months or at 6 months, however that you need us to check in, we'll check in with you.
Yeah, that can really vary, because what we're going to do is we're going to help you build that roadmap, right? And you're going to define that goal, and there's going to be all these kind of little benchmarks along the way, those mile markers, so to speak. And for some, it could be a month, others it could be longer. But the goal is reconciliation.
Yeah.
And one of three things that's going to happen along the way. Either you're going to get better, which we're cheering for and we're hoping for, and then usually marital therapy comes into play if it isn't there already. Either you get worse, and that would be unfortunate, but sometimes that's going to probably lead into divorce or legal separation. And then the hardest one is when they just kind of feel like they're stuck. They're not getting better, but they're not really getting worse. Those are the harder ones. But we're there to help you walk through that.
And help define how you might know what the next step might be.
Right. Yeah. So, what you need to know is that we're cheering for you. We'd love to help you find peace and how to move forward and save your marriage and have the best marriage you've ever had in your lifetime, and to keep that marriage that way.
Call us for a free 15-minute consultation.
Yeah, and there's more to check out on the website. There's YouTube channel, blogs. We're here to help you save your marriage.